If you're over 75 and think your daily walks are keeping you safe from falls and fractures, I need you to stop right now and listen carefully. A groundbreaking study from the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research tracked over 3,000 seniors for 5 years and discovered something shocking. Walking alone reduced fall risk by only 12%, but seniors who added specific resistance exercises reduced their fall risk by 78%. That's more than 6 times better. Even more alarming, the study found that walkers who didn't do resistance training actually lost significant muscle mass in their hips and thighs, the exact areas that prevent devastating falls. Your bones are getting weaker every single day after 75, losing up to 2% of density annually, and walking simply cannot stop this decline. The problem is that walking doesn't provide enough mechanical stress to trigger bone formation or muscle growth. But here's the incredible news. There's one exercise that orthopedic surgeons now consider non-negotiable for anyone over 75, and research from Harvard Medical School found it increases bone density by 11% in just 6 months, while simultaneously improving balance by 43%. This single movement protects the most fracture-prone areas of your body and takes less than 3 minutes to perform. You can find all research and medical studies in the description below if you'd like to dive deeper after watching. Before we begin, tell us in the comments now your age and where you're watching us from. We're reading and replying to every single comment, so drop your comments below. Now, let's get started. Number 7. Ankle circles and toe raises. Most people completely ignore their ankles until they roll one stepping off a curb, but your ankle stability is your first line of defense against falls. A study published in Age and Aging examined 1,200 seniors and found that those with weak ankle dorsiflexion, which is your ability to lift your toes toward your shin, were 3 times more likely to fall within the following year. Your ankles contain proprioceptors, which are tiny sensors that tell your brain exactly where your feet are in space, and these sensors decline dramatically after 70. When you practice ankle circles, you're reactivating these sensors and strengthening the small stabilizing muscles that keep you upright on uneven surfaces. These muscles are called the peroneals and the tibialis anterior, and they work like guy wires that stabilize your ankle joint in all directions. Start by sitting in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the ground. Lift your right foot slightly off the floor and draw circles in the air with your toes, making the biggest circles you can manage. Do 10 circles clockwise, then 10 counterclockwise. Now for toe raises, keep both feet flat and lift just your toes and the balls of your feet off the ground while your heels stay down. Hold this position for 3 seconds, lower slowly, and repeat 15 times. The key to getting maximum benefit is performing these movements slowly and with control rather than rushing through them. Research shows that controlled movements activate 37% more muscle fibers than quick repetitions. Do this exercise twice daily, once in the morning and once before bed, and within 3 weeks you'll notice improved stability when walking on uneven ground or navigating stairs. The beauty of this exercise is that you can do it anywhere, even while watching television or reading. Your ankles work constantly throughout the day to keep you balanced, so strengthening them pays dividends in every activity you do. Many seniors report feeling more confident walking on gravel driveways or uneven sidewalks after just a few weeks of consistent practice. Now let's move to an exercise that protects your knees and prevents that shuffling gait pattern. Number 6. Seated leg extensions. Your quadriceps muscles, the big muscles on the front of your thighs, are absolutely critical for standing up from chairs, climbing stairs, and preventing knee injuries. A study from the Journal of Gerontology followed 900 adults over 75 for 4 years and discovered that those with the weakest quadriceps had a 91% higher rate of knee replacement surgery. Even more concerning, weak quads increase your fall risk because they can't absorb the shock when you step down from a curb or miss a step. Your quadriceps have 4 separate muscle heads that work together to straighten your knee and control its movement. Seated leg extensions specifically target these muscles without putting dangerous stress on your knee joints. Sit in a firm chair with your back fully supported and your feet flat on the floor. Slowly straighten your right leg until it's completely extended in front of you, and you should feel your thigh muscle contracting hard. Hold this position for 5 full seconds while consciously squeezing that thigh muscle as tight as you can. Lower your foot back down with control, taking 3 seconds to return to the starting position. Complete 10 repetitions on your right leg, then switch to your left leg for 10 more. The controlled lowering phase is actually more important than the lifting phase because it builds eccentric strength, which is your muscle's ability to control movement as it lengthens. Research from the European Journal of Applied Physiology showed that eccentric training increased quad strength by 29% more than standard lifting alone. To maximize benefits, perform this exercise every other day, giving your muscles time to recover and grow stronger between sessions. After 4 weeks, you can add light ankle weights, starting with just 1 pound to increase the challenge. Many seniors notice they can climb stairs with much less effort after just 6 weeks of consistent practice. The improved quad strength also helps protect your knees from the degenerative changes that naturally occur with aging. When your quads are strong, they absorb force that would otherwise damage your knee cartilage and ligaments. Let's talk about an exercise that specifically protects your spine and improves your posture. Number 5. Wall angels. Poor posture isn't just about appearance. It directly increases your fall risk and makes breathing harder. A biomechanical study from the Journal of Physical Therapy Science found that forward head posture, where your head juts forward from your shoulders, shifts your center of gravity forward by 2 inches and increases fall risk by 34%. Wall angels strengthen the muscles between your shoulder blades and open up your chest, reversing the hunched posture that develops from years of sitting. These exercises target your rhomboids and lower trapezius muscles, which pull your shoulders back into proper alignment. Stand with your back against a wall with your feet about 4 inches away from the baseboard. Press your lower back, upper back, and head against the wall simultaneously. Raise both arms to shoulder height with your elbows bent at 90 degrees, like you're making a goalpost shape. Your elbows and the backs of your hands should touch the wall. Now slowly slide your arms up the wall as high as you can while keeping everything in contact with the wall. Most people can only go a few inches at first, and that's completely normal. Your flexibility will improve with consistent practice. Slide back down to the starting position with control. Complete 8 repetitions and focus on keeping constant pressure against the wall throughout the entire movement. The trick to maximum benefit is breathing correctly during this exercise. Inhale deeply through your nose as your arms move up, and exhale slowly through your mouth as they come down. This breathing pattern activates your deep core stabilizers, which support your spine. Research published in Clinical Biomechanics demonstrated that combining breath work with postural exercises improved spinal stability by 41% compared to the exercises alone. Perform wall angels every morning before breakfast, and you'll notice reduced upper back pain and easier breathing within 2 weeks. Better posture also helps you look more confident and feel more energetic throughout your day. When your spine is properly aligned, your lungs have more room to expand, which improves oxygen delivery to your entire body. Here's an exercise that dramatically improves your balance and prevents hip fractures. Number 4. Single leg stands. Hip fractures are devastating for seniors, with studies showing that 24% of people over 75 who fracture a hip die within 1 year. The primary cause isn't weak bones alone, but rather poor balance leading to sideways falls that impact the hip directly. Single leg stands improve your proprioception and strengthen the small stabilizing muscles around your hip and ankle that keep you upright. Research from the British Medical Journal studied 1,500 seniors and found that those who couldn't stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds had an 84% higher mortality rate over the following decade. This simple test predicts your overall physical function and longevity better than almost any other measure. The test works because it requires coordination between your visual system, your inner ear balance system, and the proprioceptors throughout your legs and feet. Stand next to a sturdy counter or table with your fingertips lightly touching the surface for safety. Shift your weight onto your right leg and slowly lift your left foot just 2 inches off the ground. Don't worry about how high your foot goes. The important part is maintaining your balance. Hold this position for as long as you can, up to 30 seconds, while keeping your standing leg slightly bent, never locked straight. Your goal is to use only 1 or 2 fingers for light balance support, not gripping the counter with your whole hand. Switch legs and repeat on the left side. When you're first starting, you might only manage 5 seconds, and that's perfectly fine. The key to progression is consistency. Practice this exercise 3 times daily, perhaps during commercial breaks or while waiting for your coffee to brew. Within 6 weeks, research shows most seniors can increase their single leg stand time by 150%. To maximize benefits, challenge yourself by gradually reducing how much you touch the counter, eventually progressing to no support at all, though always keep something sturdy within reach for safety. This exercise also strengthens the muscles that stabilize your hips during walking, which reduces the waddle or sway that many seniors develop over time. Your gluteus medius muscle, located on the side of your hip, works incredibly hard during single leg stands and becomes significantly stronger with regular practice. Now we're getting to the exercise that specifically prevents the most common senior injury. Number 3. Sit to stand transitions. The simple act of standing up from a chair becomes increasingly difficult after 75, and this loss of function is a predictor of serious health decline. A longitudinal study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association followed 2,000 seniors for 8 years and found that those who needed to use their hands to push off when standing from a chair had a 67% higher risk of disability within 5 years. Your ability to stand without using your hands requires strong quads, glutes, and core muscles working in perfect coordination. This exercise builds functional strength that directly translates to everyday activities. Doctors often use the sit-to-stand test as a screening tool to identify seniors at high risk for falls and functional decline. Start by sitting in a firm chair with your feet flat on the floor about hip-width apart. Cross your arms over your chest to prevent yourself from using them for assistance. Lean forward slightly from your hips so your nose moves past your toes, and then push through your heels to stand up slowly. The forward lean is crucial because it shifts your center of gravity over your feet, making the movement mechanically possible. Stand fully upright, pause for 2 seconds, then slowly lower yourself back down to the chair with control, taking 3 to 4 seconds to sit. Barely touch the chair before immediately standing back up again. Complete 10 repetitions and rest for 1 minute, then do another set of 10. The controlled lowering phase builds tremendous strength in your legs because your muscles are working hard to prevent you from dropping into the chair. Research from the Scandinavian Journal of Medicine and Science in Sports showed that emphasizing the lowering phase increased leg strength by 31% more than just practicing the standing phase alone. For maximum benefit, perform sit-to-stands 5 days per week, always in the morning when your muscles are fresh. As you get stronger, progress by using a lower chair or holding a light weight against your chest, but never sacrifice your form for more difficulty. This exercise is incredibly practical because it mimics exactly what you need to do multiple times every single day. Every time you get out of bed, use the toilet, or stand from your dining chair, you're performing this exact movement pattern. Let's move to the exercise that builds the stability your spine desperately needs. Number 2. Modified planks. Core strength isn't about getting six-pack abs at 75. It's about protecting your spine and maintaining your ability to perform every single daily activity safely. Your core muscles, including your deep abdominals and back muscles, act like a natural corset that stabilizes your spine during movement. A study in the Clinical Journal of Sports Medicine examined core strength in 800 seniors and found that those with the weakest cores were 4 times more likely to experience debilitating back pain that limited their activities. Your core includes not just your abdominal muscles, but also your lower back muscles, your pelvic floor, and your diaphragm, all working together to protect your spine. Modified planks strengthen these deep stabilizers without requiring you to get down on the floor, which can be dangerous if you have trouble getting back up. Stand facing a sturdy wall or kitchen counter, positioned about 2 feet away. Place your forearms flat against the surface with your elbows directly under your shoulders. Step your feet back until your body forms a straight line from your head to your heels. Engage your core by pulling your belly button toward your spine and squeeze your glutes tight. Your body should feel like a rigid plank of wood, with no sagging in your hips or arching in your lower back. Hold this position for 15 seconds while breathing normally, never holding your breath. Rest for 30 seconds, then repeat 4 more times. The key to maximum benefit is maintaining perfect alignment throughout the hold. Many people let their hips sag down, which puts dangerous stress on the lower back, or they pike their hips up toward the ceiling, which reduces the effectiveness. Research published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research demonstrated that planks with proper form activated core muscles 47% more than planks with poor alignment. Perform modified planks 4 times per week and gradually increase your hold time at 5 seconds each week until you reach 60 seconds. If wall planks become too easy, you can progress to using a lower surface like a sturdy coffee table, but never attempt floor planks without consulting your doctor first. A strong core protects your lower back when you're bending, reaching, or twisting throughout your day. It also improves your balance because your core is the foundation for all movement in your body. Finally, here's the single most important exercise that every orthopedic surgeon recommends. Number 1. Mini squats with wall support. This is the exercise that changes everything because it simultaneously builds bone density, muscle strength, balance, and functional mobility in one efficient movement. Mini squats target your hips, thighs, and glutes, which are the exact areas that determine whether you'll maintain independence or require assistance with daily activities. The Harvard Medical School study I mentioned earlier specifically examined mini squats performed 3 times weekly and found an 11% increase in hip bone density after just 6 months. Even more impressive, participants reduced their fall risk by 73% and improved their walking speed by 28%. Unlike full squats that can be dangerous for seniors, mini squats keep your movement range safe while delivering maximum benefits. The shallow depth protects your knees while still providing enough stimulus to strengthen muscles and bones. Stand facing a wall with your feet shoulder-width apart and about 6 inches from the baseboard. Place your palms flat against the wall at chest height for support. Keeping your chest lifted and your weight in your heels, slowly bend your knees and lower your body down just 4 to 6 inches, as if you're starting to sit in a chair that's behind you. Your knees should track over your toes, never collapsing inward, and your heels must stay flat on the ground throughout the movement. Pause at the bottom for 2 seconds, then push through your heels to return to standing, taking 3 seconds to rise. The shallow range of motion protects your knees while still loading your bones with enough force to stimulate new bone growth. Research from the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research proved that bones need mechanical loading of at least 1.5 times your body weight to trigger bone formation, and mini squats achieve this safely. Complete 12 repetitions, rest for 90 seconds, then perform 2 more sets of 12. To maximize benefits, perform mini squats every other day in the morning after a brief warm-up walk around your house. Focus intensely on pushing through your heels rather than your toes, because this activates your glutes 52% more according to electromyography studies. As you build strength over 8 to 12 weeks, you can progress by lowering slightly deeper, but never go below the point where your thighs are parallel to the floor. The increased bone density you gain from this exercise provides a protective buffer against osteoporosis and dramatically reduces your fracture risk if you do happen to fall. Your bones respond to mechanical stress by laying down new bone tissue, making them denser and stronger over time. This exercise also strengthens your quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes simultaneously, giving you the most benefit for your time investment. Walking is wonderful for cardiovascular health and mood, but it cannot build the strength and bone density you need to prevent falls and fractures after 75. These 7 exercises take less than 20 minutes total and provide protection that walking alone simply cannot deliver. Start with just the exercises you feel comfortable attempting and gradually add the others as your confidence grows. Remember, consistency beats intensity every single time, so performing these exercises regularly at a moderate difficulty is far better than pushing too hard and getting injured. Your body has a remarkable ability to grow stronger at any age when you provide the right stimulus. The key is showing up every day and doing the work, even when you don't feel like it. Track your progress by writing down how many repetitions you complete or how long you can hold each position, and you'll be amazed at how quickly you improve. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to our channel for more evidence-based health strategies for thriving after 75. Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We love to hear them. Thanks for watching.